pretty dingy. It's not very clean at all. And immediately you can see that it is so much cleaner. Today we're cleaning some shoes. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Nick, and in this video I'm going to share with you the new way that I've been working on cleaning shoes to increase productivity as well as get drying time down faster. Now normally I bulk clean a lot of shoes using a pressure washer, a spin dryer, and then this kind of drying contraption that I created. However, that takes too long, and going into fall and winter it's going to be too cold to be outside with a pressure washer.
Winter is coming.
So I've been experimenting, getting ideas from other resellers, kind of putting it all together. And I think I've come up with something that works really well and can be done in tight spaces like an apartment or a small house if you don't have a lot of land. Now, I'm outside because it's 90 degrees today and it's a beautiful day, and I'm super excited to wash some shoes. So first, before we get into anything, let's talk about safety gear because you are cleaning shoes.
Of OSHA violation.
I want you to imagine with me, if you will, that you are in New York City and you're walking around New York City. You go into the restroom, and like 90% of restrooms in America, there's pretty much urine on the floor somewhere in that bathroom. I don't care where you're going. Pretty much every public restroom has urine on the ground. I want you to go and I want you to just put your hands right in that urine, the filth, the disgusting, or perhaps just lay down in it and get it on your clothes. Get it on your jeans, maybe rub it on your arms. Feel that. Well, that's what happens whenever you clean shoes and you don't use protective gear. You're putting all the stuff that is on people's shoes on your body. Now, I go to the bins, I go to the thrift store, and I handle shoes without gloves on. Super disgusting. I'm really ashamed of it, but that's what I do. But it's a whole different thing whenever you get the shoe wet, and then whatever is on there is liquid and it's getting on you. So I use a few things to just kind of keep as many of the germs as possible off of my body. I'm not a germaphobe by any means. However, I do want to keep that stuff sort of away from me as much as possible. The first thing I've got here is this apron. This is a rubber apron. I think it costs $10 on Amazon. By the way, everything that I mentioned here, all the products, everything will be linked down below so you can check them out if you want to. They are affiliate links. This is not a sales pitch. I'm gonna try to make sure this thing doesn't sound like an infomercial.
But wait, there's more.
However, we're gonna be talking about a lot of products, and I'm gonna be sharing with you all these things. There are links down below if you want to check those out and grab something for yourself. If you do, Amazon will thank me by giving me a very small percentage of their profits, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. So the first thing we have is this apron. Like I said, 10 or 12 bucks. It's rubber, and it's I'm 6'2", and it goes mid-calf on me, so it's pretty long. I think you might be able to see all the junk that is on the front of it. Super disgusting. Thank God it wasn't on my clothes and not tracked into my home. The next thing we have are these Venom Steel rip-resistant industrial gloves. These are black rubber gloves, 70% thicker than what? I don't know. But these gloves are multiple use. You can put them on and take them off several times. I typically use one pair 5, 6, 7 times before they get a tear in them, and then I throw them away and I use the next pair. They are pretty expensive. I think it's a $25 box, but you get 50 gloves in it, so 25 pairs, and you can use each one 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So it's a good deal. So I put these gloves on, and then finally the last piece of gear that I use to keep myself safe are eyeglasses. If any of this stuff gets in your eyes, there's a 97% chance via the CDC that you're gonna die. We put on the glasses, and hopefully that kind of keeps the filth away off of my body. What are some of the other products we have out here today? First and foremost, we have our shoe cleaner. This is Grandma's Secret Sneaker Cleaner. I've been using this for about a week and a half maybe. I got this recommendation from Ryan and Renzi on Instagram. They recommended it, I got it. It works really well so far. I was using Angela's Easy Cleaner. This works incredible as well. I like that this is in a spray bottle. This works great. If it was in a spray bottle, that would be cool. When this one runs out, I'll probably pour this into this bottle and dilute it a little bit, and that'll be my new cleaner. But Grandma's Secret Sneaker Cleaner is awesome. I highly recommend it. I'm going to show you some results today. The next thing we have are these Oh My Clean, which is kind of just a private label brand. Super absorbent, massive magic erasers. Now, these are for soles and that sort of thing. I'll show you in a few moments. We have a can of compressed air. Normally, I don't use a can of compressed air. Hashtag save the environment, but today we are hashtag wrecking the environment with this aerosol spray. Typically I use an air compressor that I have, but that is super noisy and I didn't want to drag it out today. So it's in one of my other sheds. Didn't want to bring it out, so we're using this today if need be. We've got some Lysol disinfectant because why would you send shoes out to your customers that have not been disinfected? We're cleaning all the gunk and junk off of them. Let's disinfect them and keep our customers safe as well. The next thing that is super important for this, for what I'm doing, are these brushes. This brush set I just picked up from Amazon about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and it has been an absolute game changer for me. The set was like $13, and I'm using it to scrub the shoes down. Now think about this, if you're using a brush in your hand, a handheld brush, what gets the shoe clean is how many times you brush it. So you might do 50 brushes like this and it's gonna take a long time. But with this thing, that's 50 brushes. We cut down massively on the time that it takes to clean a pair of shoes.
Come on, man.
I have a huge company.
I have a smaller one attached to this impact driver. There you go. That is 50 brushes right there. This is great for cleaning the insole, getting inside the shoe. I'll show you that in a moment. This is great for the sole, for the outside of the shoe, going over it. And then this is a great toilet brush. I don't know why I have this. It came in the bundle and I don't use it. So that's out of there. This is what I used to use as a brush, this little fingernail brush. 50 scrubs with this thing takes a very long time. So we're using 50 scrubs with these two things. Now, if you don't have a drill, or an impact driver, you can use whatever you've got. This drill and this impact driver run about $100 at Lowe's. I did not buy them for this. I already had these. They're part of my toolkit, and so I just used them. If you don't want to spend $100 on a drill or an impact driver, you can actually pick one up for about $30 to $40 at Lowe's or Amazon, link down below. Before we start, let's hydrate. All right, and then on this side, I got this jug of water and this bucket right here. All I do is I just pour some water in here, and this helps with getting soap off of the sole or kind of giving the shoe a quick dunk. So I put about an inch of water in there, so that way if I need to rinse off the sole of the shoe from all of its filth, then I can do that and it won't soak the entire shoe. I also have this bag of rags I picked up on Amazon. These are just basic terry cloth rags. Let's get into our first shoe here. Now, with Vans, I love selling Vans. The problem with Vans is the inside gets super dirty, and then the outsoles are really hard to clean because there's all these grooves and texture. Well, this thing makes short work of it. So all I do, and here we go, we're cleaning. I'm not cleaning this whole box today because that will take too much of your time, but I just spray one spray on this side, and then I take this impact driver with a small brush. I put a little bit of water on it. Now, this is still going to get soap everywhere. We've just cut down on how much risk of death we are exposing ourselves to. My arm is gonna get lathered in this scum and filth. It's gross. Wash your arms after. And just like that, that's a couple hundred scrubs there, and the outsole is looking a lot nicer already. We can take this one step further by grabbing one of these magic erasers. We can spray a little bit of this cleaner on it and then go to scrubbing, and it takes off whatever's left there right away. Now, you could just jump straight to this. It's up to you. It's your cleaning process. I'm doing me, you do you. One thing to be very aware of with this whole process is it's not pressure, it's how many times the item is being scrubbed, how many rotations or how much movement is on it. Not pressure, it's movement. Same thing with these magic erasers. If you push too hard, they're going to deteriorate, they're gonna crumble, it's gonna be disgusting and gross, you're gonna have particles everywhere. Just gentle. It's just a gentle rubbing down, and it gets them beautifully clean. Hopefully you can kind of see how filthy that is right there. We're gonna clean this up, and then I'll show you this inside of this shoe once we're done, just giving it a few scrubs and a wipe down with that magic eraser. All right, so here we are back at the station. We're gonna give that a good spray right there. Get some water on our brush, and then go to town. And in my very limited expertise on cleaning shoes, I have found that Vans and Converse are absolutely the most difficult shoe to get clean as far as the midsoles go because of their textured surface. I'm pushing way too hard with this magic eraser and it's starting to crumble on me, but I'll show you real quick that we've already got a decent clean shoe right here. We could use some more work on it, but in just a few seconds, we've done really well. There it is right there. Hopefully you can see that it's much cleaner for sure, and we're not spending very much time on this shoe at all. Now, I'm spending a lot of time on these to make this video. However, this shoe would probably take about a minute and a half. The other thing that's really great to note here is that we're not getting these shoes soaking wet. When you get them soaking wet, the drying time takes a lot longer. These are staying pretty dry. We're getting some soap, we're getting a little bit of water on there, and then we're drying it off right after. The uppers are a little bit different. They do get some moisture in them. I just leave them outside for an hour or so when I'm done while I'm doing other tasks, and then by the time I come back, they're ready to go. Or put them in front of a fan for 15-20 minutes, and they're just about dry whenever it's time to photograph them. All right, so I'll give you a look at the inside here. This is pretty dingy. It's not very clean at all. So we're simply going to spray 1 or 2 sprays in there. We'll try one first, get a dab of water on here, and then go at it. And immediately you can see that it is so much cleaner. It's immaculate in there. Awesome. So then we're going to take the rag. We're going to simply wipe that out. And then finally, we'll spray the inside with our disinfectant. There you go. Now, I'm not going to spray the outside just yet because it's still not entirely clean. We still have a lot of work to do, but I want to show you just the basics of how to get them clean. Now, these brushes work on sandals, they work on leather, they work on pretty much anything. I would be careful with like furs like Sherpa or any kind of like animal fur. That maybe use a hand, just a more delicate hand brush approach, but overall these are excellent. Now, whenever it comes to cleaning laces, here's my method. These laces are pretty clean, but for me, I pull the laces out when they're dirty. I put them in my hand, 1 spray of this for both laces, and I just rub them for maybe 20 seconds, then throw them in the water, let them kind of just sit there for a minute, pull them out, wring them out, and then I'll grab 2 towels. I'll hold one end of the shoelace here and I'll run it through this other towel, and that dries them pretty quickly. Typically, you can put them right back into the shoe after that and then just let them air dry as they go about their time drying. I hope this video has been helpful and informative to you on my method of cleaning right now. So far, it's shown incredible results. It's really quick. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes on through the fall and the winter when it's too cold to be outside, but I can still clean indoors at my workstation. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Links are down below, and I'll see you on the next video. I realized in post-production that I never cleaned the uppers on camera. My apologies. They are cleaned the same way as the insoles. Just spray, use the brush, and wipe with the towel. Done.